that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things are about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever.
Okay, so I am now making my way back to WA. I left the Gold Coast maybe a week ago. I'm down in Forster at the moment, and it's so beautiful here. It's very calming. I do like it here. So previously, when I've crossed the Nullarbor, I have always been on a bit of a time frame for whatever reason. I might have been heading for a house sit, or I don't know, whatever. I must have had reasons at the time. I think one, I was heading back for Christmas, and yeah, but it's currently just hit October, and I do want to be home for Christmas, but that still gives me a good couple of months to get back to WA. So I'm actually quite excited about this trip now, because I'm not under pressure to, before I'd be like driving a few hours in the morning, working all day, then I might stay where I am that night, or I might do a few more hours driving. And I just get quite exhausted. When you're doing everything on your own, it can get really tiring. So yeah, I think I'm really glad this time, because I can take my time with it. And I was debating, do I cut through central New South Wales to get home, or do I go along the coast, along the is it the Old Coast Road? Is that what it's called? When you go down in Victoria, go down to Victoria and then round South Australia and up to the Bight that way. And I have been down as far as the Otways in Victoria, but I haven't done any further than that sort of around past Tasmania up to South Australia. And I would love to do Tasmania in the van. Given my time, I don't know, I might make it on the spot decision to put Gypsy on the boat and go across to Tassie, but I don't really think I'm going to be able to have the time that it requires to do Tassie. So yes, I think it will just be, going along the coast the whole way to be back in time for Christmas. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back to West Australian beaches and seeing everybody. I haven't seen everyone for a really long time now. So I think I came over to the East Coast in April. So yeah, it's been such an amazing time in Queensland. I'm actually really going to miss Queensland. And I know I'll be back. That's my life. I just travel and I keep going. And I think I will spend more time in WA next year. I think I will, for winter, head north. Winter just sucks in the van. So my mood is very subject to the weather. I hate wearing shoes. So I don't like being in winter, because you've got to wear shoes and warm clothing, and I don't know, it's not me. My bones need the warmth. I feel the cold quite badly. So yes, I think we will do that, and who knows, maybe I haven't done the top end yet. So I have actually cut through from Adelaide up to Darwin before on the GAN. I took the train a few years ago now with Mum, and that was an amazing trip. And I think at some point, that'd be amazing to go through Central Australia, but I still haven't actually done the van along the top end yet. So I've gone as far as Broome in WA, but yes, I think that I am a bit nervous to do that on my own. So, but then again, I was really nervous to cross the Nullarbor too, and that was completely fine. It's actually it's so much easier to do than any driving you'll do in northern WA.
Said that you felt lost
going to stay in Forster tonight. I haven't eaten meat in a while, so I am going to cook myself a steak, but I don't like to do it in the van because it really just stinks the van out, so I'm going to use the barbecue to do that tonight. I'm going to have a steak sandwich, so I'll do some mushrooms with it, and I bought myself some, it's like a bakery loaf, but it's gluten-free, so that's exciting. In Forster there is a bridge that goes over to like a little islandy area, and that's quite busy at the moment. Which is good for stealth camping tonight because there's a lot of like apartment accommodation there, so I can park in the street quite stealthy. But I prefer to be out here on the other side where it's a bit quieter for the day and cooking. And so it's about 5 o'clock now, and because I'm cooking outside, I'm just getting started a bit earlier. So while the sun's still up, because I like to be locked away in my van when it's nighttime. So yeah, with me while I make dinner. So years ago, someone told me that if I cook a steak that I just, you seal it on one side and then you flip it over and seal the other side. And then once the blood starts to rise to the top, I'm really sorry for any vegetarians watching. Once the blood rises to the top, then it's time to flip it over. And that works for me when I cook steaks, so yeah. But I've just chucked the bread on there as well. I'm going to toast that slightly on here. I love fried bread where you just butter both sides of the bread, but this bread is really soft, which is very unusual for gluten-free bread. So I might just have to put butter down on the pan first before I flip it over. And yeah, I've got my mushrooms. So mushrooms only take a couple of minutes. So once the steak's done, I think I'll chuck the mushrooms on for a couple of minutes. You can see that blood is starting to come to the top of the meat now. Turn it over. It's a very thick steak. It's taking a long time to cook, although the barbecue seemed to have turned off without me noticing. So, might just get those mushrooms underway now. had to tie the hair up for this one. It's a little bit messy, you know. It's really good though, really tasty. The bread's beautiful. There is a lot of, like, I'm going to say healthy fats in there with the olive oil and the butter and the meat, but it's good. Tastes good. For the colder nights in the van, because I don't have insulation, so it's like the metal on the outside amplifies the cold. So once I'm in bed, I do have a really good doona. It is made with feathers of some sort, which I know is really not very good for animal welfare. Now I think about it, I did buy it a long time ago. But it is very warm, but even then I still feel the cold. So I have another hack for you. I have all my cushions at the back of my van. I can hear some people passing. Some hip hop music. So this looks like a cushion, but it's not. It's a cushion cover. But inside, I do have a couple of blankets at the back of the van. One I use for outside, but I've got another one I use for inside. I have my Audi in here. So on cold nights, I get my Audi out, and because I don't like to buy polyester, but these things are really warm, so I just get my Audi out and put it over the top of the doona, and it is so toasty warm. So yes, I don't know if there's a more natural fibre alternative that is just as warm, but I did get this as a gift a few years ago from my daughter, and it has been a lifesaver for me. But yeah, if you keep cushions in your van, it is a good hack just to put them in a cushion cover. Good night. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you haven't met me before, my name is Christy. I live, work and travel Australia in my van Gypsy. I am an artist, and my artwork is available as prints or on t-shirts and bags on my website. The link is in my bio.